Good afternoon, Flosstube. My name is Mandy. Welcome to my channel, all about cross stitch. Today is Friday, August 9th. Happy World Cross Stitch Day. We are here with some good stuff. I got a lot to show today. Definitely got a lot of haul. That's not usual for me, but I mentioned last video that I had, I'd been doing some shopping and it's coming now. Got a few whips, got a couple of new starts. So a couple, I don't even remember now when it was, a couple weeks ago, I guess for over the past couple weeks, I've been having some itch for new starts for some reason. Not really sure. Funny thing is, I have barely done any full coverage stitching. If you know me, you know that's odd. Not even sure why. I've just been working on some of my other stuff. Like I said, I've been itching for some new starts. So there was one evening that I think I had a minor headache, just not really feeling like stitching. So I went through and pulled out all of the stuff that I have mostly kitted. There's some things that I had, chart, floss, fabric all ready to go. There's some other things that I had the chart and the floss, maybe the chart and fabric, and just kind of working on getting stuff together. There was one pattern that I'm converting floss colors, so I was pulling those. There was one chart that I was kitting together with all overdyed flosses. It was listed as DMC, so I pulled, just going through my floss of overdyeds, pulling those. And so if you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen a picture. It was on my couch. I had 10 project bags all stacked together of stuff that I've just been pulling ready to go. And so I ended up starting 2 of those since that night. And yeah, planning on starting more. I don't know that I'll necessarily get through all 10, I have no like window of time frame that I'm wanting to get them all started by. But these things aren't going to get stitched if I never start them. So so yeah, it was just kind of been having some fun getting some new starts going. So I really don't have a care about how many projects I have on my whip list. So last I looked, I was at it was just below 30, so like 27, 28. There's a couple that I decided to UFO. One I plan on restarting. I'm not happy with my fabric choice, so I'll restart that at some point. I should probably add that to my list though, so that I can pull different fabric and just restart it. Another one, just scrapping all together. So yeah, I've been having fun kind of getting some new stuff together. So got some whips, new starts. Don't have anything finished, although I've got one that's feeling like it's really close. I've been focusing on. I'll show that. And like I said, all the haul. And I realized I was going to talk about a book too. Get that over here. One thing that I want to show first, a couple different things on my iPad first. You may have been seeing on some needle workshops online and such. I know Lindy Stitches has been doing a lot of videos talking about the upcoming market. I don't remember now what it's called. Needlework Marketplace. They're doing an online expo market thing where shops are kind of like the March market, but this is going to be an all online thing. And so designers are starting to get a whole bunch of releases. That's going to be at the end of August, a couple weeks yet, I think. And so I wanted to share a release that's coming. I already stitched it. I did the model stitch for it. I got it done about a year ago. Michelle, I stitched for Bendy Stitches, Bendy Stitchy Designs, and she was cool with me sharing. I'm pretty sure I showed the final piece when I stitched it. If you watch Michelle at all, it's been hanging over her shoulder for the past, I don't know how long, just hadn't been released yet. It's coming. And I'm so excited about it. When I saw this posting online, I just it made me happy, so I had to share it. So this is called, gosh, what is she calling it? Ramsdale Morning Sampler. It's right in the picture, Mandy. I took a screenshot off of Abby Topknot's website, and so that's just what I'm showing, so that's why it's got the weird stuff. So Ramsdale Morning Sampler, this is a reproduction of a piece that Michelle has bought many moons ago and has had in her stuff. It is, it was stitched back in like the 1800s. It is stitched all in sulky. The model was stitched on fox and rabbit baked clay. And yeah, that's my stitching, and that's her framed model that has been hanging over her shoulder. So check out Abby Topknot if you are interested. I'm so excited about it. I've been waiting for it to be released, and so now that it's coming, you know, it's kind of one of those of it's coming to the wild. So I did just misspeak when I said that I didn't have any finishes. I've got a photo of a finish for now for me. I've talked about being part of a round robin that is stitching Carolyn Manning pieces, and so I finally finished a piece that is from my friend Michelle, different Michelle from Mindy, and so I got it in the mail yesterday to the next person, so I don't have the actual piece to show, but we'll do the whole iPad thing. This is Sweetheart from Carolyn Manning, and it is stitched on a piece of 14 count, also fox and rabbit in ballet slippers. This is not doing it justice whatsoever. That's more along the lines of the color. It is definitely more of a pink. That is so, the colors of the floss are showing up really well, but not the fabric. So I did this left portion here. It is mandala style, so we are stitching, you know, a quarter of it. There is an outer border on this. Michelle decided she didn't want to stitch that, and so we skipped that portion of it, but that is my finish for now, and the project is winging its way to Oregon. Alrighty. So that's all I have in the moment for the iPad. You know, it'll be coming to show what else I'm working on. So the first project, new start to share. I have had this in my kit, in my stash for ages. I don't have a copyright date of when it came out, but this is Forbidden Fiber Co., the Reigning Loreleis. I bought the whole kit, so it is stitched with all of Forbidden Fiber Co. So here's the flosses. Just had them handy, so I thought I'd show you those. It's they're subtle colors. It's definitely a little bit of a tone on tone, but I'm appreciating it. Pretty sure all of these colors had, yeah, Gilmore Girls references. I'm all in Omnia Paratus, Coffee, and Monkey Underpants. So those are the Forbidden Fiber Co. flosses. And it is on Forbidden Fiber Co. It is an opalescent material. Oh, there you go. Now you can see that. This is most definitely a piece to not work on when I have a headache, because by the time I was done stitching one evening worth, my eyes were feeling that opal. So I just got one of those two octagon, I guess. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think we got one of those. So that is the top center start. You can definitely see that opal there. Had to add on a Luke's needle minder because Gilmore Girls. And so yeah, this is an 18 counts Forbidden Fiber. What is the color name of it? Frozen, I think, is, if I remember right. Yeah, the floss name, I believe, is Frozen. I've had this in my kit for a long time. I know the pattern and flosses are still available. Not sure about the fabric. I would think it probably is, but that is my Raining Loreleis. I actually had sent my list of projects that I was ready to start to my friend Crystal, who is not a stitcher, but she definitely supports my habit well. And I was asking her, you know, hey, pick a project for me to start. Couldn't decide what I wanted, so I said, here's my list. She's not gonna know what many of these names are, and it's, I think I had my, it is my chicken scratch. And so I'm like, pick something off of here, you know, I'll get it started. And she's a Gilmore Girls fan too, so she recognized Lorelei's, and so of course she went with that one. So had to start that. And then the other ones she said she was torn between was going to be this one, so a couple nights later I started it. This is, I've got it noted down as Autumn Cats. It's from Owl Forest. It should be, I've had it saved for a long, from the website, or actually the file name is Autumn Cat, I guess. It's from their freebie, one of their freebies, and so I've had the file saved for, gosh, I remember pulling floss maybe a year ago, so I've had it for a while. I haven't looked on the website recently to see if it's still there, but it's an Owl Forest freebie. That is a giant black cat. We love black cats in this house. If I can get Stitches to come over here, if you haven't seen her before, you can meet her. Yes, if you are new to my channel, welcome. Hope you enjoy what you see and stick around a little bit. I am always so bad about saying that. If you are a returning viewer, thank you. Always appreciate your support. If you are new to my channel, I have a black cat named Stitches who is currently at my feet, so if I can snack her, I will. She's always a favorite, people always looking for. So here's my start. This is stitched on a piece of, I forgot already. I think it's 16 count Bestitch Me, and I don't remember the color name. I think I got the tag right here. I am so organized, aren't I? 16 count Neptune. It was a June fabric of the month. Oh, June 2021. So here we go. We started in the upper left, well, I started in the upper left-hand corner. So that leaf is the upper left-hand corner. So the motifs don't seem to be, this doesn't seem to be quite as big as that cat looks to be. If that's already, I don't know, a third of the cat's face. So beautiful fabric. I am loving that modeling. I did actually just last night go into my Bestitch Me fabric of the month and switch it from, I've been rotating for a long time of the mix. So one month I'll get a neutral, next month I'll get a color, and it rotates back and forth. And so last night I decided I wanted more of the colors, and so I switched to just color. I wonder if you can pick up on that marching band, if you can hear that. I was listening to it all morning. I work from home, and so there's a local high school across the street from me, and their marching band is practicing now, and this morning they were, and then they've stopped, and I just heard them start up again, so I'm wondering if that's picking up on the video. A little bit ago, there were some crows right outside my patio door that were just starting ruckus. They were so loud. So I was like, all right, those crows need to move on. I don't need them to be picking up on my video. But now I wonder if the marching band does. Okay, so that is my Autumn Cats Owl Forest freebie. All right, moving along to my next whip. In fact, I was gonna show, if I remember, I don't know what page number it's on. So out of my cross stitch for the Soul Emma Congdon, I didn't pull all of the kits of what I was putting together, but one of the pieces that I was I'm converting the colors on is from this book, so Do What Makes You Happy. So I pulled from my overdyed, so like Color and Cotton, some Forbidden Fiber, Classic Colorworks, some things like that. I'm switching up the colors, like, because I don't have these yellows and oranges in overdyeds, and so I just decided, why not just completely switch it up color-wise? I don't think I've pulled the fabric for that one yet, but I definitely did switch a whole bunch of colors. But the piece that I'm working on, well, I haven't been working on it recently, but in the last 2 weeks. Love this piece. If you've been with me, you've seen it for a while. When it rains, look for rainbows. When it's dark, look for stars. Love this saying. 16 count Color and Cotton in Ozark is the color. And yeah, it's really coming along. It is amazing how these like 3D letters are looking, because when I was stitching this right here, it's like just these blob of colors, but now that I hold it up into the camera, it's looking really cool. So since you would have seen it last, I'm pretty sure I might have still had to finish up the K and then the little doodad, F, and then R. Oh, the R has been started for a while. I haven't touched that yet in a while. So, but yeah, 16 count Ozark. I would really love to see this piece get finished this year, but I'm not like super pushing to make that happen or anything. All right, next piece. I do not have a cover photo. I have been regularly showing this every video since, when did I start this? End of May, I think it is. And we've got 7 weeks remaining on it. Another Forbidden Fiber Co. This is the Ever After Stitch Along. It is a mystery piece. We were given the frames, and then each week we're given whatever is in the middle. I'm laughing over the fact that I never thought that I'd be stitching a cow, but there we have it. So that says That Spoiled Selfish Cow, and then There Was a Bee. So this is what I've stitched the last couple weeks. This is based off of the movie Ever After with Drew Barrymore that was released like 1990. No, 1999, not that old. 1999, forgot the 9. So it's different quotes and such from scenes from the movie. Danielle, so Drew Barrymore's character, got into a fight with her stepsister, and stepsister is very mean. If you're not familiar with the story, it is, loosely based off of Cinderella retelling. And so she yells about her sister that she's a spoiled, selfish cow. And then the same stepsister that was getting yelled at, being mean in this scene, basically, they're finding out that Danielle has a thing for the prince, which Marguerite, the nasty cow stepsister, is wanting the prince. And so she's having lunch with, I think, the queen, and like she runs away from the table at lunch to scream her frustrations out. She gets back to the table and says, "There was a bee." Love that. Fabric, Forbidden Fiber Co. in the colorway Ever After. This looks much like the DVD box, VHS box, whatever. So, loving that piece. That's been such a fun one. Back to my iPad. This is the piece that I've sort of been pretty focusing on, that I feel like I'm getting really close to a finish. This is Gothic Luna Moth from Night Spirit Studio. Started this sometime last year, I do believe. 18 count Bestitch Me in Granite, I believe. So the moth is pretty much done. Like, all of this is all done. I do still have to bring both of these sides down a little bit. There's a tiny bit of gray, but otherwise that whole portion is done. Gray filled in and everything. That moth was a beast. So since you saw it last, I had to finish up the black over here, did all of the gray, and then I added in this portion of the chain link. So I just have to bring this down and back up again, and then, like I said, those two things, and then that'll be a finish. so much black floss in this piece, but it went along really well. Look at that back. Nice and organized for once. This has been a fun piece to stitch on. It's been good for challenges. All right. Ooh, I need to speed it up here a little bit. I got half an hour before I gotta get back to lunch, from lunch. The last piece, my only full coverage to share. This is Mini Midnight Messenger, artwork by Ann Stokes, charted by Heaven and Earth. I showed it last time. I think I worked on it once, maybe twice more since you saw it last, and then that's all. I've been meaning to pull it back out. In fact, I even still have a floss hanging because it's been sitting right here ready to pull it out, and then I grabbed other pieces. So I think last time, since you saw it last, really just filling in some more of this her dress or hooded shawl thing, whatever you want to call it. 16 count white Aida, 2 strands, full cross. I'm loving the design in that tree. You can really tell what that is. I think I had the tree, yeah, I think I had the tree done, so it's really just been filling in some more of this, but I think really just focusing on her dress a little bit. All right, so that is all of the whips to share. I'm not really going to talk about plans all that much, just because I don't make plans when it comes to my stitching. I knew there was something I was supposed to show first. I even had them sitting here. I made myself a note because I forgot to share them last time. As soon as I finished filming and was getting the video uploaded, I looked over and saw that I completely forgot to share these. And then again, I almost forgot to share them today. Laura, Stitching by the Shore, she hosts an ATC swap, so artist trading card. I've showed what I've made in the past. These are the ones that I received for the theme summer. If you're interested in joining these again, go definitely go check, or not again, but if you're interested in checking out and joining a swap, go check out Laura's channel. Her last video, she just posted an extra this week that explains what to make. It explains the theme, the deadline. Basically what we're doing is that we're stitching the piece, stitch as many as you want. You'll get however many you but however many you send in, you'll get back. So if you send 1, you'll receive 1. If you send in, 10, you'll receive 10. I usually do 2, just kind of a good number for me to get done in the time frame, and so I'm looking forward to the next one. So these were for the theme summer. Like I said, I completely forgot to share them last time. So this is a Doreen Jones. It is so cute. It is called Flowers and Ladybirds. It is Doreen Jones, and it said that it's been adapted to fit the ATC. And then this adorable piece of watermelon. That was really cool, like 3D things being added. So this is tacked on a piece of pretty thick cardboard. So these are going to be great additions to my little photo album that I have. So, thank you to Laura for hosting that swap. Definitely looking forward to hosting it or participating again. Words, they're hard apparently. Okay, so really all I have left to share is some haul. Like I said, it's good stuff in my opinion, but really I know haul isn't for everybody. I had received a gift card from a Facebook challenge group, and so it's spending from that. I realized I've got a birthday present that I never shared last video, and yeah, a couple other little pickups that I've done. So my mom gave me this pattern for my birthday. I have no clue who they, I've never heard of them. Love 4 cross stitch, so it's LUV, the number 4. Artwork is by Brian Nichols. No, that is not Nichols, that's Jackins. Reading backwards. Look at how cool this is though. So, on the surface it's a butterfly, but then you've got cobwebs and black cats galore. I just now realized you can see a jack-o'-lantern. So that is really cool. that border is backstitch heavy, but that is going to be really cool. I was looking at the pattern a little bit earlier. So my mom gave it to me. She says, I hope that's not a duplicate of something you already have. I'd never even seen it before. So really cool for that. Okay. Ink circles. A friend let me know about a post that was on the Ink Circles website that Tracy Horner was selling thread packs. She had a whole bunch of floss that she had to design for or use for designing, but couldn't use them anymore. Some dyers that are no longer selling, so she can't really design with them anymore because people couldn't get their hands on them. All kinds of different stuff that she had that she really wasn't going to have a need for anymore. So she was selling floss packs. They were 20 bucks, and I got 2, 3, 12, if I counted right. So I got floss. So the first handful are ones that she actually dyed. So I'll incorporate them into projects somehow. So unnamed, but you can tell it's like her artwork. So it's modeled, I guess, variegated, I guess that was the word I want. That one's really cool. Another one of hers that's variegated browns to cream to green. That's really cool. A dyed black, but oh my gosh, look, I don't know if that's, I don't think my camera is going to pick up the colors that are, there's like some purple and blue and green. There we go. You can tell like right in there some purple. So these will make good for like quirky Quakers or monochrome pieces. Another one of hers that another like blues and greens. Probably not even showing these, giving them justice that they have. Another one of hers that kind of a dusty rose, not rose, purple is the word I was looking for. And then got a couple from, oh, these are Crescent Color Works. So these are really old. We've got a kind of a cream. Dulce de Leche. And Brandied Pears, also by Crescent. So I think is that what Classic Color Works is now? And then the rest of these are Carrie's Creations, which I believe this is one of the ones that are no longer being dyed anymore. Doesn't look like I've got a color name on them, but that's like DMC 550 with pops of blue. Really, really pretty purple. Harvest Moon is this one, so yeah, that one was labeled as limited edition. This one is a Harvest Moon, so almost looks like my shirt. Browns and oranges. Another limited edition, different shades of blue. Strawberry Shake, different shades of pink to white. And last one is Highland Hills, so green. So she had mentioned on the posting that she was going to be throwing in some charts or something, stuff that she had on hand. I wasn't expecting what all to get. I was thinking maybe a chart. I got 3. So we got, I think it's pronounced Gilder. So again, those flosses would probably work good for these too. Another Ink Circles Florin. That's really pretty. And then Bubbles. If you were with me last year, I stitched a similar one of these that did as a round robin. That this is another one where you choose your colors. You can tell that it's been charted in different colorways. So a very similar design style to that one. Not only did she include those 3 charts, but then she included a card. I don't know which way is up. So like a greeting card, it's blank inside. And then there was also 2 stickers. So huge thank you to Tracy at Ink Circles. Those will definitely all go somewhere. Fabric of the month, this would have been, let's see, we're August now, so July. I'm sure everyone's seen it if they got it. 18 count, this was the neutral coconut shell, which I know I've already got a piece, just 16 count, so it's pretty brown. It'll go in my stash. No clue what I'll use it for. Darling and Whimsy, so Deanna, I am a Patreon of hers. She had posted on her Patreon, so we had to be a member of hers, to that she had a bunch of charts that she had printed that she was trying to get rid of, basically. And so she was selling kind of mystery packs. So for a few bucks sent PayPal, she would send you 3 charts. And so I happened to get 3 that I didn't have at all. She did have a couple quirky Quakers that I already had stitched. And so, you know, I was kind of hoping I didn't get those, but I didn't want to say like, hey, don't give me that. But it worked out perfectly because I got ones that I didn't have. So we've got Forget Me Not. So this one's really pretty. So again, these are the kind of projects that those over-dyed flosses would come in handy for, that, you know, aren't called for in anything, that this would be easy to convert in any kind of colorway that I want. So the pillow says, Forget Me Not, my dear, my darling. So, very pretty. And then we've got Feline Fancy. That's cute. So her handsome little man, Jarvis. And then Sunset in a Cup. It says, Bring Me the Sunset in a Cup. Again, another one that it calls for Valdanis and Classic Colorworks and a color in cotton. But again, something that I could very easily convert pulling flosses myself. Alrighty. Moving along, getting a little done quicker than I guess I thought I might have. All right, so the last few things that I have to share is from the gift card that I had won from a, like I said, a Facebook group. And so I requested 1, 2, 3, and I went shopping. So as soon as I realized that I was going to have some money to spend with 1, 2, 3, it's like I've been wanting to get a cone of floss. There's a couple different colors that I need to get that I'm seeming to go through quite a bit, and so I figured this will be a perfect chance to actually use it. So I got me a cone of doom. So 310. This is 450 yards, I think is what it is. 450 meters. 100 grams. 400, I don't know, I can't read that. Is that the Witchy Stitcher refers to him as a cone of doom? So it's 310, but I've been going through a lot of 310, especially, yeah. So I decided it was time. I got myself a cone. And then, you know, perfect reason. We got a bell pull. So this is, Stitchy Witchy bell pull from Stitchy Pros. And it's charted in Classic Colorworks, but I wasn't going to use Classic Colorworks black, especially when I'm buying a cone. So I'm just going to do black DMC, but then I did get the called for purple, which is Rainy Day. So I got that as well, along with my favorite Halloween stitching. I love Halloween stitching. After Twilight's Embrace, witches weave spells with needles and lace. So that'll be fun. No clue when I'm gonna get it started. I don't know when I'm gonna get started on any of these projects. I've definitely been having a thing for Bad Stitch lately. You've seen the words cicada, neon cicada, that I had stitched. That was Bad Stitch. So I found this on 1, 2, 3, and it's cat and skull, because black cats, why not? In fact, speaking of Neon Cicada, I found this at the dollar store. So Dollar General. No, not Dollar General. Dollar Tree. $1.25 for just wood. It's blank. So I'm gonna paint this, and I figured out just very loosely, you know, just laying the stitched piece on this. It'll be tight, I think, top and bottom, but I think I'm gonna like basically fussy cut it pretty close to the edges around it, paint this a really pretty color of some sorts, and tack that stitch piece, and then I'll have a finish. So be on the lookout for that at some point. Last thing to share, still from the 123, is Sleepy Hollow from Hello by Liz Matthews. I don't think I've stitched anything from Hello by Liz. But again, more Halloween stitching. I'm definitely feeling the need for Halloween stitching. So Sleepy Hollow. What I'm thinking I want to do, this is charted in NPI silks. I think I did the whole like add all to cart type of thing, just trying to see, like I was hoping I could use my gift card to kit something up. Yeah, this was gonna be like, I don't know, 60 or 80 bucks to kit it up in silks. So what I want to do is, I do actually have a local needlework shop in town that they've got a huge selection of floss. So I want to go through and just, you know, pick out some random companies, or, you know, not even necessarily, you know, a DMC conversion or anything, but just find something, you know, some oranges and yellows and whatever that green is, you know, for the trees and ground. And so that is my plan for that. When am I gonna do that? Who knows? Okay, so that's all the stitching contents. Very quickly, I do want to recommend a book, because wrap this up and then I gotta get back to work. The Lies I Tell from Julie Clark. My sister lent me this book and it was so good. I finished it a couple days ago. Little bit of a suspense, I don't know, psychological thriller is the right word or not. Yeah, it took us on a wild ride. It was good. Definitely enjoyed it. She's got another book out called The Last Flight that I want to get my hands on and read. But yeah, basically a woman meets another gal who is a bit of a con artist, and so it's it tells the story of what happened to like the main gal, how she got involved with the con artist, and then, you know, kind of what happens with getting back involved in the con artist's life 10 years later. So I don't want to give anything away, because these are definitely the kind of stories that, you know, if you slip up, then you kind of tell the whole bit of a twist to it, and then it's like, okay, why read it? But yeah, definitely, if you're looking for a good bit of a, like I said, I would say psychological thriller is kind of the best way to describe it. Nothing scary or anything like that. It's just kind of a matter of how, you know, what's this con artist gonna do, and, you know, how's that gonna turn out. So enjoyable. That's about it. I was hoping to be able to get Stitches to come over here so she could say hi, but she is currently curled up in a ball in my desk chair, so she's gonna have to get moved here in a minute so I can go back to work. Like I said, today is World Cross Stitch Day. I've got a couple of errands I gotta run after work, but then there is a Stitchy Zoom afterwards that I'm hoping to be able to jump on. I probably won't be able to get back in time for it to start, but it's one of those things of kind of come and go for the block of time. So I'll just hop onto it later on when I can, after running my errands and grabbing some food, and then get down to stitching. So I'm looking around. I was wondering if I had anything else to share. Got to do this a little quicker than I thought I did, or would, since I kind of felt like I had a lot to share. Yeah, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Hope it's relaxing and full of stitching for you if possible. I've got plans to hang out tomorrow with my sister and friends, and have a bit of a craft day. So I haven't decided yet if I'm going to take stitching or some diamond painting, maybe a little bit of both, and kind of see what hits the mood when I sit down. So keep on stitching, stitch what brings you joy. I think that's about it. Midwestern goodbye here that don't know how to wrap this up. So keep stitching, and we'll see you again in a couple weeks.